It's time to introduce the amazing world of luminance blending. What is that? Break a pixel down into three values: hue, saturation, and brightness. Every pixel will have those three elements. Luminance is also another word for brightness, so we can substitute that word. The luminance of a pixel is how bright it is. Forget color, forget saturation, how bright it is. So in this image, we have darker blues, we have lighter shades of gray in the clouds. Forget the colors again, we're talking about how bright they are. The luminance blending options have been in Photoshop almost since the beginning, yet I find very few people who know where they are, let alone how to use them. They're very powerful tools if you have the right images, and we just happen to have the right images. Let's turn off our little layer with our text in it and turn this one on called Lightning Strike. I have some lightning in a very deep blue, obviously opaque sky. I want to bring the lightning into this image so it looks like the lightning is coming out of my clouds, but they're in separate layers, number one, and number two, I don't need that blue sky. What I need to use is a blending option. In this case, it will work very good. We're going to go down here to the FX button, and we're going to select blending options. Of course, make sure that you have the lightning strike layer selected. In this case, they're right here. Blend if gray, red, green, or blue. Say, okay, well, we want to get rid of that blue, so let's go to blue. You'd be surprised how much blue is in white. We're going to stay on gray. Why? Because all I'm concerned with is how bright they are. I don't care about their colors. So we'll stay on gray. You have two sets of sliders. Blend if gray, this layer. That's where we're going to start. What we do is we come over here to the slider. Watch what happens to the blue sky when I drag that slider. It's magic. Let's stop there for a second. I'm saying to the computer, every pixel that had an initial luminance of 108, which is that kind of gray, all the way down to 0, make them all invisible. As soon as a pixel gets a little bit lighter, 109, and goes to 255, make them all visible. We could go the other way. For example, if we go white, it would get rid of what I want. It would get rid of the lightning. So we're going in the right direction. We just need to go further. We're going to lose a little bit of this stuff in here, yet I need to get rid of that blue that's on top of here. Two things we can do. Number one, we are cutting off our transparency like a knife. A 158 is invisible, a 159 is visible. You can, in a sense, feather and soften the selection up if you feel that's necessary. What you want to remember is there is a small cleft right there on each one of these sliders. Hold down the Alt key, that's Option key on a Mac, and you can split the slider. Now, once you've split it, we don't really need that for this lightning, but once you split it, as you can see, you can begin softening the effect. So all pixels from 131 to 0 are transparent. All pixels from 161 to 255 are visible. Everything from 132 to 160, those in between, are slowly ramped up in transparency. We don't really need that, so we're going to close that back off again. Now, how do we get rid of this? Well, I'm going to do a different kind of trick here. I don't want to really get rid of the blue as much as I want to get rid of the lightning on top of the cloud. I want it to look like it's coming out of the cloud, which is where this slider comes in. This one has been controlling the lightning. I think we've got that one figured out. This one controls what we see of that layer, the sky and the lightning, based on what it's on top of. And we can say to the computer, all the areas of our clouds that are lighter, make those areas of the lightning layer go transparent. So we're going to go to the white. Watch what happens to the lightning on that cloud. I'm going to slowly go right into the cloud, and I'm going to lose that blue. If we click OK, the beauty is we can move it around, put it anywhere we want to. We've successfully integrated a layer with sky and lightning into a layer with sky and clouds using blending options. Let me show you one more. In this image, I have a car. It's on a non-transparent background. I want to get rid of the white. And there's a lot of ways we could do that, but let's use blending options here. Let's go back to FX, go into blending options, and just very simply on this one right here, just drag it over just a little bit. Watch what happens. Doesn't take much. It's pure white. Boom. You've eliminated it. If we then go OK and turn on this underlying layer, you could see indeed it is transparent. The good news about blending options is they are totally non-destructive. I can come back tomorrow and come back in here, go back into blending options and turn it off if that's what I want to do. Blending options in Photoshop allow you in a non-destructive way